From the North Country's news station, 7 News Tonight starts now.
Tonight on 7 News, the Bassmaster Classic motors on in Clayton. Anglers from across the world are in the North Country looking to hook $100,000. Plus, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech on this date 6 decades ago. On the 60th anniversary of the first March on Washington, we look at how the event spans generations. First, though, cleanup efforts continue in the town of Turin as a community comes together in support of Snow Ridge Ski Resort. Thank you for joining us. I'm Zach Grady. Brennan Straub is off this weekend. It was all hands on deck Saturday in the town of Turin. The North Country community coming together, working to undo the destruction brought about by this month's EF3 tornado. The focus of Saturday's cleanup, Snow Ridge Ski Resort. 7 News reporter Chad Charette spent the day in Turin to witness all the work that was involved.
Teamwork in Turin. Not long after an EF3 tornado tore through Lewis County, the community came together, starting the long journey of getting Snow Ridge Ski Resort back to business.
They've come from all over the place. There's skiers and snowboarders, there's just the general public. We have some of our employees here, we have other ski resort employees here. It's just been an absolutely incredible turnout today. We can't be more thankful for all these people that showed up.
Over 100 volunteers turned up to clean out trees, bringing the right equipment. Chainsaws made short work of fallen trunks. Excavators aided in moving them. Those that came empty-handed helped clear the grounds with good old-fashioned elbow grease.
Neighbors helping neighbors. I live local. It's a family-run business. I'm on a ski patrol here, and when you hear your neighbors are having a hard time and something like this happens, it's nice to see everybody chip in and help out.
They may live a ways away from Turin, but the folks from Greek Peak Mountain Resort say they see Snow Ridge as their neighbor. They arrived with an auger truck to help repair damaged lift lines.
When your neighbors fall in hard times, you have to respond with something, so we decided to drive the 2.5 hours up and donate some of our resources, equipment, and men to help out with the cleanup.
Some even came from out of state. Mary O'Hara lives in New Hampshire, but frequents the resort's Modown Music Festival. She happened to be in the area visiting a friend and decided to put her vacation on hold to help out Snow Ridge.
I saw the pictures and it looked like a lot of stuff, but I was like, I got arms and I got legs, so yeah, I just love it. Anything they need, I got it, I'll do it.
We're told it could be years before Snow Ridge completely undoes the damage. That being said, things are on track for the resort to open on schedule this winter. Chad Charette, 7 News.
We'll head over now to Kris Hudson in the Weather Center for our first look at the forecast.
Well, it was a nice day to get out there and help clean up Snow Ridge. And you know what? That's the good thing that comes out of these things. It's seeing the community come together. And that's what happened today in Turin. And that's what's been happening since it happened as well. But nonetheless, today was a nice day. A few rain showers off and on. You've probably noticed it's a bit cooler out there. And that's because the cold front moved on through. And you can see not a whole lot of activity across the entire Northeast. First Weather is brought to you by Doors Plus in Adams Center. Here closer to home, you can see just keeping it cloudy out there tonight. It's mostly cloudy, so we have a few breaks in the clouds. Don't worry, cloud cover is not going to be lasting throughout the day on Sunday. We are going to be seeing mostly sunny to completely sunny skies as we go throughout Sunday, but highs staying in the lower 70s. I still think it's going to be a beautiful day for us, though. Just not going to be as warm as it should be for this time of the year. Do we have any rain in the forecast? Well, I'll have the answer coming up in just a few. Zach?
Thank you, Kris. Some of those not stopped by the rain Saturday, students returning to Jefferson Community College. The school expects nearly 200 co-eds to return this semester and call campus home. One new addition for the Champaign and Cranberry, a state-of-the-art $4 million multi-purpose turf field. Classes for the Cannoneers begin on Monday, August 28th. Tens of thousands of people from across the country marched on Washington, D.C. in 1963, demanding the passage of the Civil Rights Act. Now, 60 years later, civil rights leaders are marching once again, saying the America Dr. Martin Luther King laid out in his iconic I Have a Dream speech is still not yet a reality. Natalie Brand has more details from Washington, D.C.
Rosetta Mansbaugh returned to the Lincoln Memorial, the same place she was 60 years ago when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his I Have a Dream speech.
It's all still very fresh in my mind.
The 93-year-old brought with her mementos from the first March on Washington and 4 generations of family members.
As I've gotten older, I had to figure out that each generation has to do their own work.
From old to young, thousands showed up on this anniversary. Martin Luther King III says his father's work isn't done.
Maybe one day we will be a great nation. We are not personifying greatness right now. But you know what? Dad and Mom taught us it takes a few good women and men to bring about change.
Bill High, a retired New York firefighter, says he stood 10 feet away from the elder King during his speech in 1963.
We were excited that we were going to get recognition as being part of this country.
High, who wrote about the march in his book, returned this year with his daughter.
Why is it important to have this march 60 years later?
You got to be able to teach people where you come from. If you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going.
A reason he says it's important to learn from the past and keep marching towards a better future. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
Popular game show host Bob Barker, a household name for a half-century as host of Truth or Consequences and The Price is Right, has died at his home in Los Angeles. Barker began his career in 1956 as the host of Truth or Consequences. He became the host of The Price is Right in 1972. It would become TV's longest-running game show. He retired in June of 2007, telling his studio audience, "I thank you for inviting me into your home for more than 50 years." Barker was given a Lifetime Achievement Award at the 26th Annual Daytime Emmy Awards in 1999. He closed his acceptance speech with his signature sign-off, "Have your pets spayed or neutered."
People ask me often, what do I miss most about The Price is Right? And I answer honestly, it's the money. That I miss.
Barker was 99 years old. He married his high school sweetheart, Dorothy Jo Gideon. She died in 1981 after 37 years of marriage. They had no children. Still ahead on 7 News, the Thousand Island Spirits look to punch their ticket to the North American Box Lacrosse League semifinals. Rob Krone is in with your full North Country Sports Report. And in consumer news, a trip to the movies could cost you much less this weekend, while job seekers are looking for more money to make a move.
From the North Country's news station, you're watching 7 News Tonight with Brendan Straub. Weekend weather with Kris Hudson. And your North Country Sports with Rob Krone.
Saving money at the cinema, a record-breaking quarter for electric car sales, and looking for more money when making a career move. CBS's Christine Lazar explains this in this week's Eye on Consumer report.
The amount of money Americans want to switch jobs has reached a new high. The New York Federal Reserve Bank says the lowest pay a worker would accept to change jobs is just under $79,000. That's up from $72,000 last year. Sales of electric cars are charging higher. Cox Automotive says drivers bought nearly 300,000 new EVs in the second quarter of 2023, a new record. That's 48% higher than the same time last year. Experts say price cuts, a wider variety of cars, and tax credits are boosting sales. And if you still haven't seen the Barbie movie, Oppenheimer, or some other big summer blockbusters, you can catch them this weekend for just $4. Sunday is the second annual National Cinema Day. More than 3,000 theaters are expected to participate, including AMC and Regal locations. And that's your Eye on Consumer. I'm Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
As home prices soar across the U.S., Zillow is rolling out a new down payment plan for first-time buyers. Those who are eligible can pay as little as 1% towards a down payment. Zillow Home Loans pays the additional 2%, bringing in the total payment to 3%, which is the typical minimum payment required for a home loan. Right now, the program is only available to buyers in Arizona. Those who are interested also have to complete a class on home ownership and meet income and credit qualifications. It comes as mortgages and mortgage rates and home prices take flight, making home buying the least affordable it has been in nearly 40 years. Kris, what can we expect heading into the weekend?
Well, we have some nice weather ahead, and it's going to be lasting into the start of the work week as well, so details on that coming up next.
Now, tonight's weather.
Well, we had a few rain showers moving throughout the day today, but it's all kind of dried out by now, and the rain has come to an end. Just mostly cloudy out there, probably a few areas of fog developing as well. It's a nice, cool night out there for us. It is definitely cooling off for us. That current temperature, 59 degrees, but it's the wind that's making it feel just a little bit cooler out there than what it actually is. But you know what? Our dew point is improving. It's at 53 degrees, nowhere near as muggy as it was yesterday. But be cautious. Tonight and tomorrow morning, we will have fog developing for some locations. Today, we topped out at 75. That was around noon before the cold front moved through. And of course, that is still below average for us, nowhere close to our record of 87 set back in 2012. But we did see a little bit of rain for Watertown. Now, not everybody saw rain today because once it pretty much got past Watertown and State Route 3, it kind of fizzled out. But 60 degrees right now for Lowville, 60 degrees also for Canton, 59 for Ogdensburg, 58 for Wanakena, and 57 for Fort Drum. So temperatures slowly dropping. They're going to be dropping down into those, say, lower 50s, some of us maybe even the upper 40s by early tomorrow morning. It depends on how quickly these clouds clear out. And then tomorrow, it's going to be a cooler day for us. We're talking highs right around 70 to the lower 70s. No rain is expected, and we are going to see quite a bit of sunshine as we go throughout the day on Sunday. So we're going to be putting the sun in Sunday tomorrow, which, you know what, we haven't seen a whole lot of sun here for August, which is kind of strange for us. It's been a very weird summer for us. But by tomorrow morning, we still have some clouds out there. As we go throughout the day, we start clearing those out, and we become mostly sunny by the afternoon. But look at these temperatures. Yeah, it's going to be kind of a cool day for us. It's going to be feeling like fall, but we see that sun definitely by the afternoon, and that is something all of us have really been craving, and especially all the plants out there, because like I said, we just really haven't seen a lot of sun here recently. But as far as going towards Monday, guess what? We get to see more sun. Monday is going to be a very nice day for us. Dew points this week not going to be that bad. As we go from Monday and Tuesday, they will start climbing. But what I'm watching, if you have anyone living in Florida or know anyone down there, make sure they're staying tuned to their forecast down there, because we have Tropical Depression 10 right now. This is expected to strengthen into a hurricane. I would not be surprised to see this thing really blossom once it moves into the Gulf of Mexico, because the water temperatures down there are close to 100 degrees. Yeah, that's a lot of energy for a hurricane to kind of work with. As far as our forecast here, we're keeping it nice next week. It's going to be below average as far as temperatures are concerned, but only chance of rain is going to be on Tuesday and Wednesday. I will go ahead and let you know, don't be surprised if you see some rain showers Monday night going into Tuesday, because our rain chances do start increasing Monday evening and overnight. But during the day Monday, it looks like it's going to be a nice sunny day, maybe a cloud here or there though.
All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate that, Kris. We'll be right back after this. Your winning weekend lotto numbers: Saturday's daily 479 and the win for 5155. The health risks of working the swing shift and how eye scans may be able to detect Parkinson's. CBS's Michael George has this week's top medical stories.
Eye scans may be able to detect signs of Parkinson's disease up to 7 years before diagnosis, according to researchers at University College London. The markers of Parkinson's in eye scans were identified using AI technology. Researchers say down the line this could become a pre-screening tool for individuals who may be at risk of developing Parkinson's. Raising the legal age to purchase tobacco from 18 to 22 may help reduce nicotine dependence worldwide. That's according to a study involving smokers who had visited a smoking cessation clinic in Japan. Researchers find smoking is more addictive and difficult to quit for those who take up the habit before hitting their 20s. Working at night raises the risk of cognitive issues for those middle-aged and older. That's the finding of a new study in Canada that shows shift work can disrupt a person's sleep clock or circadian rhythm. Researchers say the sleep disruptions are linked to memory function impairment. Those are some of the week's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
All right, Rob, what what can we look for tonight in the sports report?
Lots going on today. The Thousand Island Spirits looking to move into the semifinals of the NABLL National Tournament. And Bassmasters heading into their final day tomorrow. We'll have those stories and the rest in sports coming up next. Don't go away.
Now your North Country Sports.
It's time for your Toyota Sports Report. The Thousand Island Spirits taking on the Grand Rapids Grizzlies in the NABLL quarterfinals just outside of Chicago this afternoon, looking for a trip to the semis with a win. The Spirits winning 2 games in round-robin play yesterday to earn the 2nd seed in the 10-team event. Spirits down 2-0 when Ty Hill dents net. Spirits down 2-1. Tied at 2, Montana Pierce sticks in the loose ball, 3-2 Spirits. In the third, Alex Cook goes top shelf to make it 4-2. Tied at 6, under 2 minutes left, Nikki Snow buries the no-look, 7-6 Spirits. Spirits hold on to beat Grand Rapids 7-6 and advance to the national semifinals tomorrow morning, where they will meet the Minneapolis Wheat Kings for a trip to the title game. Day 3 of the 2023 Minn Kota Bassmaster Elite at St. Lawrence River in the books in Clayton. Patrick Walters takes a slim lead into the final day of competition. His haul of 28 pounds 5 ounces has him atop the leaderboard with 1 day of fishing left. Just a pound ahead of Kyle Welcher, whose bag of 25 pounds 15 ounces Saturday gave him a 3-day total of 79 pounds 5 ounces. Chris Johnston is in third with a 3-day total of 78 pounds. It was a big day for Welcher as he was crowned the 2023 Bassmaster Elite Series Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Well, we're a week away from the St. Lawrence Saints opening their 2023 college football season as they hit the road, traveling to Beverly, Massachusetts to meet Endicott College in a non-conference matchup. It's a rematch of last year's season opener, which the Saints lost 27-0 at Leckenby Stadium. Saints coach Dan Puckhaber says this contest will give him a better idea of where his team stands early on in the season.
No, we're being able to go out to Endicott, open up with them, really have a nice litmus test to see where we're at, right? Like, they're a good football team. They've been in the playoffs the last 2 years. They're 19-1 in the last 2 regular seasons. So they're really good. They're going to be really good again. I like traveling out for that game. I think it's a great venue to play at, a lot of energy. And plus, there's a lot of my guys from my football team are from that area. So it's a chance for us to get out to their hometown.
And turning to news from the baseball diamond, the Watertown Rapids will be in search of a new manager and coaching staff for next season. Mike Kogut told me earlier this week that he, along with coaches Dan Myers and Riley Moonen, will not be back with the Rapids in 2024. Kogut took over the team in 2022 and in 2 seasons posted a 36-54 overall record, going 21-24 in his first season and 15-30 this past season, with the Rapids in the playoff hunt until the final week of the season both years. We reached out to Rapids ownership for comment, but haven't heard back. So there you go, busy day in sports. Busy tomorrow as well. The JCC men's and women's soccer teams opening up the new turf field on campus, 11:30, little pregame celebration going on, some food, things like that, and then at noon, the women play, followed by the men at 2:15.
Yeah, that's a beautiful facility that
Gorgeous.
they got over there, absolutely.
Can't wait to get up there tomorrow.
Almost as nice as MetLife Stadium, where a couple of teams met tonight as we do a little trivia here.
You being a Jets fan, all right, let's go.
Hey, as a Jets fan, I'm not, and I'm giving you half the answer here, I'm not thrilled with this, but Giants and Jets 14 times regular season playoff history have gone head-to-head, so not including preseason matchups, all-time record. What you got?
I'm going to say 7-7.
8-6, very close.
Ooh.
Giants 8-6, they got the advantage. Jets can get one this year, though. October 29th, they have a matchup, Giants home game, but at MetLife, so.
This guy had a smile on his face all day today because Aaron Rodgers actually had a couple series today and gave him a preview of what Jets fans can look forward to this season. And who do they play in the season opener?
They played the Bills September 11th at home.
Monday night, right?
Jets, 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 Jets. For Kris, Rob, and myself, thank you for joining us. This has been 7 News Tonight.